Nobody's got that. That's what Arsenal lack. And even if you notice in the press, everybody's like, Arsenal spent the most money, but the transfers have been very unimpressive for me. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I mean, probably the biggest transfer there for me would have been Odegaard.
Yeah. That's wise.
Good business. That's good business.
Yeah, that's good business,
that was
man.
Good business.
Yeah, that's wisdom.
You understand? But the biggest signing for me was Sambi, the Belgium youth, who we brought from Anderlecht on the recommendation of Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And he got his first call up for the Belgium squad. He made his debut the other day. Now, other than that, I'm not interested. As Raj, we've gone over this on the show.
Man.
I'm not interested in. No disrespect to Aaron Ramsdale as a goalie, 30 mil, but I would have bought Keylor Navas or Areola from PSG for them kind of monies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No disrespect to Ben White. I would have put the 10 million on top and bought Tapsoba from Bayern. You know what I mean? Bro, and see, this is what I'm saying. Arsenal, you need to give me a job. I know ball, you know.
Yeah, man.
I know football, you know, fam. I know football, bro. I know players. You know, so, bro, I could do better than you. I could do better with the Arsenal squad. I'm being real, 100%. No gas. I really do believe I could do a lot better than him.
Arsenal got a problem here, yeah? Right, so Arsenal's going to be playing Norwich this weekend, yeah? And
6 pointer.
Yeah, 6 point. And then the next week, it's another game against Burnley away.
6 pointer.
6 pointer. And then you have, is it right that you got Tottenham after that game as well? Yeah, Arsenal versus Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? So, what you don't want to be, you got to have 6 points.
6 points on the table to go and face Tottenham.
I'm saying, because that's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, right now, I don't know, but based on the current Arsenal form, I don't think there's a club in the Premiership Arsenal can go to and say to itself, we'll get 3 points.
No. I was going to say
I don't think there is.
There's not, bro. There's not. I've said that, bro. If you come on here today, it was on my Instagram and it says, "What's the score? What do you predict the score tomorrow?" All the Arsenal fans will be 1-2.
Yeah.
And that's me being honest, bro.
Yeah, you heard it first, guys.
I don't expect
1-2.
I don't want it to happen, but like you says, bro, I'm real like that. I'm an honest fan. I won't sit here and it's Norwich. No, fam. Bro, if Norwich, okay, even if we get the 3 points at Norwich, away to Burnley. That's tricky,
that's a tough
That's
fixture,
tricky. That's tricky if you're top of the league. No matter where you are.
That's a tough one, nice.
The biggest issue, I think, like Anne said, is that there's no winners in Arsenal. And I'll listen to the interview that Edu gave.
You saw that.
On one point, I agree with what you're saying in terms of when you look at the transfers Arsenal have made. They brought in a lot of young guys. You know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about a Crystal Palace or a West Ham. We're talking about
big Arsenal, bro. Exactly,
the Invincibles.
Exactly, bro. You know what I mean?
You had people like the Ian Wrights, the Bergkamps, the Henry, the Pires all coming through and mashing things up.
Lundberg,
so yes, I will do the same thing at Liverpool. I would love to see, bringing younger players that you can say, you develop and they'll become big in the club. You're saying Liverpool, you
have to bring them
but you have
correctly.
You have to bring people. You have to also bring winners for now.
Big statement.
Arsenal.
Big statement. Big statement. It's true because going back to Man United, remember you can't. But if you looked at the core of the team,
it was the big man core that was Pitch Michael.
But they had those
Palestine
players
defense
in those positions.
Experience.
That's right.
Keane in the middle.
And that's what I'm saying. Arsenal don't have that, bro. It's all youth, bro. It's all used. I mean,
spine.
We got no. Let's look at the starting 11. So we're probably going Burnley now number 1. We got that new Japanese right back. Never seen him play. He's proper on my PS though.
Yeah.
We got Ben White, Gabriel. I'm hoping Gabriel looked good from last year. So he plays. He's left-sided. Ben
right-sided. Yeah.
You know, my man. He'll be the new on the right side. Left back Tierney. That's controversial. In my group, I got a group, and a lot of the players now are saying it's the Tavares needs to play instead of Tierney. Tavares. Just saying.
No, he's looking like a beast.
He does look decent. He goes forward
and Tierney's proper as well.
Tierney's proper, but Tavares. But for me, I'll just be real. Nothing's stronger than African black. And that's how I see it. I'll just be honest. I'm just being real, fam. You call me a racist if you want, people. I care. You know what I mean? When it comes to a black athlete and a white athlete, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, man.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think a genuine way I'd play Tierney right now ahead of Tavares is, I think, because I still say I think last season he was one of the best Arsenal players. And I think he's earned the opportunity.
Yeah, he's earned the right. He's earned the right to start.
Yeah,
right.
Cool.
So from there now, so then we go to midfield, and I'm if everybody's fit, So my midfield two would be Thomas Partey and Sambi, but Mikel Arteta will play Xhaka, who's important to the club, but this is the same Xhaka who was flirting with Roma, taking pictures in Rome kits. Arsenal wanted out the door. Mourinho wanted to take the Michael and get him at chump change. Arsenal didn't want to sell him at the chump change, so what do? We give him a new contract.
Yeah, man, so that's a problem.
You understand? So that's the kind of manager who this club have employed to put in charge of the mighty, this big club, like you said, bro. This fallen giant, because that's where we are now. Let's be real, we're a fallen giant at this moment in time. On your knees, giant, not even fallen, we're on the knees, giant. That inexperienced brother to manage this big club. They've got another inexperienced brother.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
To be what he's supposed, technical director, whatever. No, and this is where the problem lies. We should have went out and brought Mark Overmars back, another legend.
Yeah.
Another legend. Should have brought him back as the technical. And as I says, and I will keep saying, manager.
But all right, guys, because Anti's taking us into overtime. Yeah, well, we definitely
Always
overtime.
do.
Always do
do
when it comes to Arsenal. Yeah, but let's be straight. Yeah, right, guys. Is Arteta going to be walking at the Arsenal team against Tottenham?
Yeah, he will be, because Arsenal, he will against Tottenham this season. I don't know if he'll be walking out the team come January.
If he loses
January.
so if he loses against Norwich and Burnley, is he going to walk out against them?
I don't think they'll sack him, I swear to God. Because, all right, then, if you sack him, who are you going to go and get? Listen, let me just tell you now, Arsenal fans, forget Antonio Conte, forget it.
It's not happening.
Because he's not coming to a club that can't challenge. They're big, high-profile managers who like winning things.
Yeah, man.
They ain't going to them clubs
Have a project.
Who don't. What else is out there? Please don't come up on my Instagram or come on this program and tell me about
Sam Dyche.
Eddie Howe. Don't tell me about Eddie Howe. Don't even forget that. Forget that. And this is what I'm saying, bro. And that's the problem what Arsenal are going to find themselves in right about now. Who do you give the job to?
Yeah, it's a tough one because
is Brendan Rodgers going to leave Leicester to come to Arsenal? I don't think he is, and I don't think he should.
And I think that's the only British manager that I would even
consider
looking at Arsenal, because right now, like I said, it's not even just the players I say that about, but the managers too. That Arsenal are a big club. You need big players. You need a big manager.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Brendan Rodgers, even though Leicester is they won a title before him and stuff like that, but he knows how to get a team win.
Bro, my man,
that's the thing.
You've said the right word. He's proven, and people might say he's only Scotland, but look what he did with Celtic.
They should have picked him up before Leicester.
We should have. I'll say this: a lot of my friends on the group said that, and enough people got mugged. You mad? People were mugging him off, man. Saying Brendan
I would
Rodgers.
have him at Old Trafford.
But I would take Brendan Rodgers. I would take a Brendan Rodgers, definitely.
No, definitely there.
You pose that same question again now, and maybe at the time they say you pose that same question about Brendan Rodgers in that same group now. They might change their mind.
They'll bite your hand off now. But let me just say this: on my group, you still got people saying, it's not Arteta's fault, and whose fault is it,
bro? Listen, all I know, guys,
just on Arsenal. Just
you know what I'm saying?
On Arsenal, you know what I mean?
And let it off there. So, but no, on definitely because I don't want to go too much into league fixtures because we need to get the season started. You know what I mean? Because we can talk about things, but it's pure gas, man. We need the season.
We need 10 games. We need to get that 10 games.
We can start to talk proper. Has Van Dijk come back properly? Has you know what I mean? You can see has Varane really settled? You know what I mean? Has
I need to
bang
pose
10.
this question to Ant though. You reckon, obviously Arteta's going to be there for the next 2 games. Do you think if they go to Tottenham and Tottenham beat them, that he's still going to keep his job? Because that's a derby game there, and a big one.
Do you know what? Like I said, my answer, because Arsenal have get this. It's the process, and we're gonna trust the thing.
They keep him for 10 games.
They'll keep him. Not for 10. I think he'll. For me, I think realistically, he's got until January. I believe. If I'm half of the table, come January, I think realistic, I would expect, as an Arsenal supporter, I would expect him, he's got to go. He's had long enough. Because, you see, I have a lot of Arsenal arguments with my fellow Arsenal fans because I say, look, we had a better manager in manager in Unai Emery,
and he still went afterwards.
Sacked. And he got sacked.
You understand? And he was won afterwards, man.
He got sacked. So Arteta for the Grace and Cup, and that's his saving grace. But no, not for me. Not for me. That just papered over cracks. We know there's a lot of internal issues, but again, it's the mismatch. Arsenal has been so mismanaged in the last 20 years. It's just shocking. It's shocking. And we're only starting to see things now because people have had their hands in the till. The transfers. That's why I say I felt sorry for George Graham because George Graham did what these last people did with the Pepe. Look at the Pepe deal. That was because one of those geezers who left financed it and he got like a £20 million cut out of it. Don't know this and didn't bring no prosecution, hasn't brought him to no justice. We know these things, bro. I mean, you got caught with your hands in the till.
Yeah, man.
But George, look what they did to George. But you see, the difference is when George got caught, Hillwood was the in charge of the club, and that's when Arsenal was old school, Etonian, and everything was prim and proper. Because we've gone private now with the private, they're just dealing their private things, so they can't be bothered in justice. They can't be bothered in the justice. They're allowing these people to rob from the club, and that's what's happened. We've been mismanaged in such a way. It's shocking, frightening.
So we'll see, guys. We'll definitely see what's going on with Arsenal, and we will see. I think when we get to about when we get to October, I think that's when we start to see players start blooming and things going on. I just think that I think international break just elongates the pain for Arsenal fans. You know what I mean? I
think with Arsenal as well. Again, I don't make excuses for the club because at the end of the day, everybody works on the same thing. You've got 25 players. Man United have 25 players. Liverpool have 25 players. Everybody has the same 25 players. Everybody has the same opportunity to go and buy transfers. The only difference is that some teams spend more than others. So my point is this. The one thing I will say, we've had a lot of injuries. We haven't been able to put out that starting 11.
Yeah. He needs that time.
I want to see that starting 11 and see where we move from there. But I don't have faith in Arteta. His team selections are shocking. That team he put out against Man City, it was bordering on disgraceful. Kolasinac as a centre half, fam. Bro, he's another player who's supposed to be surplus to requirements. He's playing centre half against Man City. This is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be done, and I think the manager's going to be the first starting point. And the reason I say that, apart from maybe the back five at Liverpool, I don't see that much difference in terms of quality, in terms of Arsenal versus Liverpool, in terms of the forwards, the attackers. Because before Lacazette and Aubameyang came to Arsenal, if you had to give me the choice of those two strikers and the Liverpool ones, I probably would have taken Lacazette and Aubameyang.
Yeah, they're top strikers, the top ballers, man. The top ballers.
Yeah, for real. And midfielders, again, I don't see there's a massive difference in terms of the quality, because Henderson's not the most fantastic player. Fabinho's a great DM. But again, I feel Arsenal have players that, when you're looking at skill-wise, maybe, it's probably about the same place. So it's only the back five for me with the Arsenal one. But
and that's again, that's a great point. That's a great point to listen to a non-Arsenal opinion, because it's great what you're saying, bro. I agree with you 100%. And saying that because if you look at when Emery was at the club, Aubameyang and Lacazette were playing up for top together, and they was banging.
Yeah, they were. They
were banging. You understand? So why does he's going to just play the one of them up top, and he's going to
He's trying to do some Man City thing, man. He's trying to
you've got going back to the Edu interview when he says we've got two strikers who I believe are going to score over 40 goals. He's talking about Lacazette and Aubameyang because he knows on paper these two players are supposed to be scoring 20 plus every season. Yeah, not struggling at all.
No doubt.
Not struggling at all. So why ain't them players? Why did Aubameyang have such a difficult season last year? Because Arteta picked a team that didn't work to his strengths. Yeah. And that's what you got to do. You got to play to your players' strengths. There's no point buying Lukaku and playing on the ball, on the floor all the time, because you know what I mean. You got to play to your strengths.
But we will see, guys, because like I said, guys, I think Anthony uses